Welcome back, everybody, to our YouTube channel. Today I'm here with my colleague Raul. Hey, Raul, how are you?
Hi, everyone. Hey, Tamo. All good. How are you?
I'm also good. Thanks for asking. Raul and I, we want to talk about salary negotiations in Germany, especially for international tech and IT professionals, because we got this question quite a lot, and this can be quite a delicate topic. So let's jump straight in. When talking about salary expectations, we need to start early, right?
Definitely. I think even before you attend any interview, you should have an understanding about the salary. Here in Germany, salaries ranges or average for your role and for depending, of course, on your expertise as well and domain, but you need to do your research. Without research, you just jump into a call, and it's very common that they ask you, even in the first round, what is your salary expectation? And you should be prepared to have the right answer for it.
And sometimes even before, when you are applying, you have to fill out what are your salary expectation. My first advice there, don't put in a number, always put in a range. To get more insights about what you can ask in your specific role, check out our article about salaries. We're going to link that here. That gives you detailed insights. So what can I ask if I am a JavaScript developer, full stack, and have 6 years of experience, for example. So we give ranges there, and you can get a better understanding what is your market standard at the moment. Also, one thing you need to understand when putting in a range, right? First, we need to understand what is the gross salary and what is the net salary, right?
That is a big difference. You also want to calculate that. There are many opportunities in the internet, calculate your gross and net salary, and then you see the difference. And it show you that if you earn, let's say, 70 and want to have a 70K, of course, per year for your first job in Germany, which is already very good, but you want to get 72, it does not make a big difference on the net amount. Why is it?
Yeah, I mean, often it happens, someone gets an offer, as you said, 70Ks, but then say, but I want 72. And then I ask them, but why do you want 72? We come to that later, they don't have reasons. But first of all, the difference, if you are single, if you're earning 70 or 72, that's maybe 50 euros for you in your pocket a month. So that is not an amount worth negotiating, right? Especially not if you don't have any reasons. What you should rather do is understand, what does this gross salary mean for me as a single, if I'm married, if I have kids? Because especially for families, you can save quite a lot on tax. So you are in a different tax class, you are taxed way less, you get child benefit, for example. So those are all
250 euros each month, right?
Each month for each child you have tax-free, right? And also, as I said, the tax burden, especially if your spouse is not working, is reduced a lot, so you only pay around 30% of income tax then.
And to add, you also want to make you some research about the company itself. There are platforms where you can get a better understanding about how the salary is and also where the company is located, or where will you be located, because there are also differences in living costs and rents. If you are based in Munich, for example, to give one extreme, or if you are based more in a rural area, then the monthly cost that you're gonna have on apartments, etc. There's a huge difference.
Exactly. So coming back to our example, 70K in Munich is probably not as good as 70K in Bamberg, which is a smaller town in Bavaria, quite close to Munich. But I would argue with 70K in Bamberg, you could live like a king or a queen. In Munich, of course, the rents are higher. Those are all factors which you need to know, which you need to understand. And then you can also use those factors for negotiation. Two good platforms where you can look for salary standards. I mean, everybody of you knows Glassdoor, but then we have the German pendant of that, which is called Kununu. You can also check that. That's pretty helpful usually. When you're negotiating, coming back to the reasons you're using, I told you For example, in cities like Berlin and Munich and Frankfurt, apartments are quite high. So that could be one factor for you, especially if you come with a family, which you can use for your salary negotiation. Yeah, you can say, hey, I'm coming with 2 kids. I would argue, based on my experience, I have 10 years experience this and this, and I'm bringing that to the table. Also, cost of living in Munich is quite high. Could we say, or could we agree on 75K, on 80K? This, again, are good arguments which you can use in your salary negotiation. If you just say, but I'm expecting 80,000, no German company will respond to that.
Yeah, and you have to justify to some extent, of course, and you need to do your research. This is also the base for any kind of negotiations. Most of you guys never been to Germany, don't know the living costs here, don't know about the life here in Germany. So please do your research. We, of course, guide you through that. Part of salary negotiations, our coaching program as well. What else? What else could be a factor for or should be considered during the salary negotiations part?
Yeah, as I mentioned before, cultural communication, of course, right? You don't say, I expect this and this. Yeah, you bring reasons. You have a meaningful conversation that already starts when how you ask for a salary range. If you get asked in the first call, what are your salary expectations? You don't just jump in, but I expect 80K, yeah? You give a bit of meaning to that. You said, I did my research. I think based on my experience and those factors, a range between that and that could be helpful. Also, I'm open to, or I'm more interested in a company where I can grow and where I can engage long term. Yeah. So you.
Yeah, totally agree. And you just said growth, and this is something you want to consider as well. Like there are many opportunities for you as an employee which are important for you beyond the salary. Yeah? So we highly suggest you not to look only on the salary. There are other possibilities to grow. Like what are the career steps or opportunities? Yeah. What about additional trainings, perks and benefits like home office maybe is important for you if you want to live in some cheaper area you want to think about, or also transportation costs. We have guys in our program that get a Bahn card where you can travel across Germany for free, just to give an example, which of course made only sense for him to get it because he lived in a different city.
And lately I saw this one company who offers their international employees a tax consultant, an English-speaking tax consultant, which is super helpful, yeah. Because if you know how to do your tax declaration, you can, or if you just do your tax declaration, you will get a lot of money back for the last financial year, which a lot of international peoples are not aware of. So that is a super good benefit, which is extremely important.
From my point, something that many coaches of our underestimate what happens after you joined a company here in Germany. Yeah? You will get so many invites from recruiters, from other companies, etc., that you will and are able to do big career steps anywhere in Germany. Yeah. What I want to say is that you want to prioritize. Yeah. What is the most important reason for you to come to Germany? And if it's only the salary, yes, then this is the personal decision for you. Yeah. But there are many also other aspects you want to consider. And I'm very sure if you get a job here in Germany, like another coach from ours got a second offer for 150K. That is quite extreme, but it's really something. And he started with around also 70 he started. So you see there is big potential once you are in the market here.
Exactly. So the first offer in Germany is not what you're going to earn after 2 or 3 years in Germany. But don't get me wrong, your first salary usually is already a top 10% in salary in Germany. So just to give you some numbers, the average salary in Berlin up till a few years ago was like around, I think, 46,000 euros gross. And most of the guys coming here like earning 70, 80K, the software developers we work with. So just to give you a bit of an insight about salary in Germany. So no matter what, you're gonna make a good living in Germany. And if you're single, usually you can save around 50% of what you're earning, of your net earnings a year. So at least that is what all the coaches we work telling us after living here for quite some time. Most importantly, do your research, understand the market, understand the value, understand the living costs, communicate in a matter which does fit the German standards. So watch the way how Germans speak, how Germans communicate interculturally.
Be realistic about your own experience and knowledge.
Exactly. And then come here in the future, you will just grow, I guess.
You grow, and if you want to grow with us, don't hesitate to get a get-to-know call with us, book a get-to-know call here in via the link that we share with you right under this video, and then we can see if we can support you through your journey to Germany as well. Tamo, was a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you all. See you very soon.
Thank you. Auf Wiedersehen. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.